Welcome everyone to episode 13 of the Brewhouse podcast between two brothers where we talk about gaming, tech, entertainment, everything in between. This week we're going to be talking about the big Apple event that went on Monday, March 25th. Apple unveiled a bunch of different interesting ideas that they're going to be implementing within the next year. Some of them are good, some of them are not questionable, but I guess they're all interesting, and I think some of them are going to be really good. They might not necessarily be really good for us, but they will be really good for a wide variety of people. So, Jonathan, what you been up to, man? What you been playing? You still been playing some Bloodborne?
Yeah, I'm playing Bloodborne. I'm getting close to the end of it. I'll finally get the hang of it and everything like that. The last few bosses have been kind of easy. I beat one yesterday. I'm gonna say last night on my first try. It was really simple. Today I beat one probably within an hour or so of fighting them, so it wasn't too bad. Once I figured out, it's pretty much once you figure out the attack pattern, you can kind of work around it and beat them.
Yeah,
but no, the hardest thing is, you die, you respawn at the last checkpoint, you
got to fight your way up to the boss again.
Yeah, everything respawns, so it's pretty much you make a save state and you restart it over and over again. So no, it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. It's been definitely a change of pace. What have you been playing?
Well, still been playing The Division, and I'm about to start Sekiro. I'm really excited for that. I bought it on PC, and I've heard it runs really well. So when I try,
I haven't heard too many complaints about it running poorly.
Yeah,
anything else?
The only thing I'm worried about is my controller was kind of messing up when I tried playing Dark Souls on PC.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you going to play it on
you have
mouse and keyboard or controller?
No, you have to play it on controller.
Yeah, that's what I was making sure.
So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, getting into the topic, there's 5 major things that Apple unveiled. And the way they did it, they shelled out some big bucks because they had some big names up there. I mean, there was Oprah, Steven Spielberg was up there, all these different kind of people, Steve Carell, Jennifer Aniston. Which is funny because one of these things is a video streaming service, and Steven Spielberg was always anti-video streaming, probably until, 1, they wrote him a big enough check to get up there, and 2, he saw the numbers and the amount of money it brings in. I mean, YouTube and Twitch bring in an obscene amount of money. Well, maybe less now that Article 13 got passed, but that's a different topic.
Yeah, but I would more so compare that to Netflix, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
because I mean, Netflix brings in a ridiculous amount of money, and they're moving more and more towards their own.
They're one of the top 5. Content. They're one of the top 4 now.
Yeah.
So getting into the first thing, this is something that's pretty interesting. It's called Apple News Plus. So it's their own news subscription. You have over 300 magazines. I think somebody added up the total. It was like $3,500 if you subscribe to each one of them individually. Apple's going to charge you $9.99 a month, and the first month is free, which I think is a really good idea. Kind of get people in, kind of let them see how it's running, what you have to offer, and most of the time they'll just re-up their subscription.
Yeah, it's easy way to keep. I mean, at one point, physical newspapers and magazines are going to go to the wayside. So it's a way to keep those magazines rolling in a digital sense. And why not go with Apple, where they can, just shell out, a certain portion of their shares, I guess, based on how many people read a specific magazine, they'll get a certain portion of the profits. But no, I think it's a good idea. I don't really read too many magazines because you can just read something on the internet, but I think they hit the price point with $9.99. I don't think they can charge anything more than that
No, I don't think so either. And I mean, they have, like I said, 300 magazines, so they'll have their big ones like the Wall Street Journal, Los Angeles Times, stuff like that, but you'll probably also get some of the smaller ones in there. I'm not sure if they did an application process or what, but
doesn't the Wall Street Journal, or is it the Washington Post, one of those you have to actually have a subscription to read online, like on their website? I think
that's the Washington Post.
Okay, so that one's probably going to be excluded if I would have to guess.
Yeah, they probably wanted too much money or something, or they can get announcements. So like I said, there's some of these things that won't be used by us particularly, but there's definitely people out there that will use it. So I think the news thing is a pretty good idea overall. They nail the price point.
you think about it, old people are starting to get more technology. Like, think that you have
Tech
the iPad.
savvy. Yeah.
Yeah, you give your grandfather or your parents an iPad, and you have, okay, here's a subscription. We paid for 6 months. You have access to these 300 magazines. You can just read on here.
Yeah. Instead of having to, keep track of them, have magazines all over the house, you just have
Yeah,
them in one thing.
exactly.
And it's easy. You unlock it, you hit the app, and then you can pick what magazine. It's easier than going around trying to find different magazines to read, so on and so forth. So
Right.
really good. I don't know if this is the order they were I don't think this is the order they were presented in, but regardless, it's really good. Getting into the next one, this was actually pretty good. It's the Apple Banking or Apple Card. So it's a digital credit card, and from what I've seen it's no late fees. It's looks like the ideal card pretty much for like, if you're trying to get like a basic credit card or something called an Apple Card. So it's kind of like, Apple Pay or whatever, Google Pay or whatever, but it's straight up like a credit card on your phone. So,
Yeah, it depends, because I mean, most cards nowadays, it's all about the rewards programs.
mhm.
So did they give any information on that? I don't remember seeing anything exactly.
I don't think there is a reward. According to Apple, there are no late fees or increased interest rates for late payments. But
Yeah, but I
they
mean,
probably didn't.
what's
They probably just like had basic info on it, and then they're going to announce more later. It will be available this summer, though.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, the thing is with that iPhone, on a Samsung, can you store your credit card and you can do the touch with the Samsung?
well, like where if they have it on like the kiosk things, you can just tap like your watch or your phone to it.
Yeah.
Like one time,
Yeah.
yeah, they have that.
Okay. Yeah, because I have one of my cards saved to my phone, so
Mhm.
like when I travel, rather than trying to dig out a card or something like that, I can just pull that out and they can scan the
Yeah.
card from my phone.
Well, this looks like they're kind of getting into their own banking kind of thing because it comes with an app too, where you can monitor everything. I'm sure like somehow somebody steals your phone, you'll be able to cancel it
Mhm.
online. I'm sure,
Yeah.
Even if they like quote unquote like you get locked out of your phone or something, you'll be able to cancel it. Um,
I'm
and
I'm
then
looking at it. It depends. I'm looking at, like, key factors. So like
mhm,
rewards is one thing. They didn't really say anything on that. The annual interest rate, the APR, they're saying 13.24 to 24.24. I mean,
mhm,
13.24. That's really low
yeah,
for a credit card nowadays. I mean, even people with good credit have trouble getting less than 17% interest rates.
mhm,
So I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know if I don't know. They
yeah.
they need to say more about it.
But they're also offering a physical titanium card, which
Mhm.
actually, I mean, Apple makes good looking products, and
Mhm.
you usually don't look at a credit card and say that looks good, but the picture of the card does look good. It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like wearing AirPods, though. It's like, you know, you're flexing on people. I did not change the title name. Let me change that real quick. You're kind of flexing on people using it or wearing it, but I mean, it's some people just like material. I don't want to say material in a negative way, but some people enjoy material things where you want a physical card and so on and so forth.
I
So
mean,
it says 1% cash back. I don't know if that's on everything.
I mean that's basic nowadays. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
minimum. I have one right now that's I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card.
Hmm.
That's the metal, laser edged or whatever card,
Yeah.
and that's 3 times points on travel, uh dining, and it's rated the best like business travel card
Hmm.
that you can have.
Yeah.
And but another thing is, I'm wondering, they also, I don't think they said anything about international fees.
Though
So
that's
like,
true.
is this going to be primarily, like, what how is this card going to be classified? Is it going to be a rewards card, or is it going to be a travel card? Is it going to be an international card where you can go to an ATM and not have to pay any
Any
international
fees?
fees?
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you go to ATM to pull out some cash.
You would
So
you You would think it would be because Apple is everywhere. So you would think they probably have that factored in somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to release more details soon because it's coming out in the summer. So summer, probably July. What you think? Probably sometime in July.
Yeah, definitely before the next keynote, which is in September. Where they
announce the phones and everything.
iPhones and iPads and everything. Yeah.
All right, so getting into the next thing, this is probably one of my things that I think is better. It's the Apple Arcade. And pretty much what it is it's a giant library of games for your tablets and your phone. So you pay a subscription, which we don't know what it is yet. It'll probably be like $15 a month if I had to guess. 10 to 10, it'll be in that $10 to $15 price range. They'll probably do the first month is free again.
So we can take a look at, it's going to be more than the magazine app. So it's going to be more than $10. So I'm thinking $19.99.
$19.99. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll have access to over 100 games that are all exclusive to iOS devices.
Right.
And you can play them. It's the same thing. It's shared across all devices. So you can play them on your phone, you can bring them up on your TV, it says. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But if you have Apple TV,
yeah.
And then you can play them on your Mac, like Mac computer, MacBook, whatever. So I think this is going to be really big because I think we've talked about this before, but for those of you that aren't aware, the mobile gaming industry in China is obscenely big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because the cities are so populated and dense that people can't live there, so they have to commute sometimes 2 hours to work. Well, what are you going to do on a train for 2 hours? You can only read so many books or magazines now. If you have the Apple News thing, that you play mobile games. So I mean, I feel like this is going to be pretty big. If they go any higher than $19.99, it might be a little iffy. I mean, I know it's 100 games, but
100 games right now. But I mean, it's the games that they're putting out. I mean, the only one I'm looking at a scrolling thing with all the games. The only one that I'm recognizing is they have Oceanhorn 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they're all exclusive iOS games.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Oceanhorn is the only one that stands out to me. All the other ones, I have no idea what these are. I mean, yeah, all of them are new, but they're not even like a sequel or spin-off of other games that I recognize.
Yeah, so
I think it's going to be more directed to younger generations.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Where someone that has a mobile gamer that wants to play a game and would just rather pay a subscription to play 100 games rather than one.
Yeah, so five of the games. You have a Lego Brawls, which I'm guessing will be like kind of like Smash Brothers or something. Oceanhorn 2, No Way Home, Down in Bermuda, Lifelike. I literally don't know any of those games. Those are just some of the titles.
Oceanhorn is what was the best way to describe that? It's a Zelda knockoff, is what it is.
So it's kind of like a JRPG kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, you think like a Zelda 1, like on NES.
Mm-hmm.
So
like the overhead looking down.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that might be interesting depending on like the depth of the games, and because I mean, if you have 100 games and it's a mobile game, if you think about how much time it'll take you to potentially beat the game, I mean that could be a lot of time, and I don't know.
No, they changed that game. I'm watching a trailer of it right now. They changed it. It looks like it almost looks like they took the first one and the mechanics and like I guess the story and turned it into more of a hack and slash. So maybe Kingdom Hearts ish, like Controls, where you like run around, it's action adventure type.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that'll definitely be something to keep an eye on. Like I said, I don't know that this will be big. It'll be big, but it will be huge in China, I feel like, and like we said, for the younger audience, that's probably kind of their niche market.
Yeah.
So getting into the next thing, this is number 4. So Apple TV channels. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Sling TV. This is kind of their version of Sling TV, where you pick what channels you want and you subscribe only to those channels, and you only pay for those channels. So there was no prices listed because there's a lot of variables you can choose. But looking at the image, they have Epix, CBS, HBO, Showtime, Stars, all the
Right.
major ones. And then I'm assuming they'll have actual like ABC or NBC stuff like that you can pay for too.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have everything because the broadcasting networks, they're gonna look for money any way they can get it,
Yeah.
and if they can give access, and get straight money rather than having to split through say like a cable service provider or something like that. They're gonna be all for it.
Yeah, so this is, Apple had the Apple TV, which was kind of just like internet on your TV pretty much. So
Yeah.
you could do internet based subscriptions, so like HBO, Netflix, stuff like that.
Hulu and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like straight up Apple cable. Like you can get like cable stations on here.
That's like was it PlayStation View is like that,
Mm-hmm.
where it's you pick the channels you want, you pay for the channels you want. That's
Yeah.
it.
So they didn't, like I said, they didn't go over pricing because this, I mean, it's probably a lot of factors. I'm sure they'll have like, they say pick whatever channels you want. They'll probably assign a specific price to where it's like, this is a random number, $5 per channel. But then they'll do like, or you can buy these 6 channels for like, a little cheaper than it would be if you bought them individually, kind of thing. Just bundle them together to make it more.
So you have
appealing.
like almost have like a basic cable package, a sports package.
Yeah, I think Sling did that,
Yeah, probably.
but with Sling, it's like you paid, and I think it just got more expensive the longer you had it or something. But because I know some people in college had that, and they used it for a while, but then they stopped for whatever reason. I don't know.
Right.
So this is something cool. Like, if you have a crappy cable provider, now you don't have to worry about it. You can just use Apple TV, and you get all the channels you need.
If you want just ESPN or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, instead of having to go on the ESPN website and deal with all the ads and the kind of clunkiness of watching things online and it being delayed, so on and so forth. So, speaking of Apple TV, they announced Apple TV Plus. They did not announce a lot of things though. This is when they brought on like Oprah and Steve Carell and all these people, which they dished out a bunch of money for.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that they're all gonna have like shows on Apple TV Plus that are, so it's kind of like Netflix kind of thing, where it's Netflix own like unique movies produced like only for that platform.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard because I mean Netflix. So Netflix had Disney movies and everything like on that, so they had a really good kid base. Now they're going to lose that whenever Disney's streaming service comes out. So, but they've already had an established base from that, so that's good. And they're able to get funding to make their own movies like Ozark and Stranger Things,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's good, but I don't know how Apple is going to be able to jump in this late.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a challenge because Hulu has Hulu TV, which is their big feature, because you pay, I think it's like $30 or $40 and you get cable TV. Like you get HD cable TV with all the channels that you want. So cheaper than you can get actual cable. So like $100 cable package costs you $40 on Hulu TV.
Yeah.
So that's what they have going for them, but I don't know. It's going to be tough.
I think that's why they brought in all these big name people.
But okay, they brought in the big name people, but what's the content that they're going to have when they launch with? I mean,
Oprah's going to have 2 documentaries.
But that's documentaries.
Well, yeah, but I mean, documentaries are actually kind of big. Like,
yeah, but
like the Netflix documentaries are huge.
Well, yeah, but that's my biggest thing. You watch the documentary, but what are you going to do after you watch a 2-hour documentary? Are you going to be able to binge watch The Office on there?
Probably not. No.
Are you going to be able to have? That's what I'm wondering. So for me, the launch lineup, what they're going to have on there at launch, is going to be the deciding factor if this is actually going to work or not, or if they partner with say CBS. All their shows are only going to be on Apple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, speaking of The Office, like Steve Carell is going to have a show on Apple TV Plus.
Well, yeah, because he's gonna get paid to do it. Yeah.
Steven Spielberg. So maybe we'll get a movie, or movies. Maybe a movie
Yep.
starring some of the people that were on there.
Some of his movies are already on Netflix too.
Mhm.
Well, his movies are all over the place, so it's hard to.
Yeah,
keep
even though, like I
track.
said, he was so against, because I think he was saying something like movies that were produced and only shown on Netflix shouldn't be able to be nominated for Oscars or something like that. I was like, dude, if the movie's good,
Are they?
I don't know. I think he
No,
they're not. But he was like one of the biggest advocates to keep it that way.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well,
dude,
mean,
I don't
that's-
like me. I don't. I'm indifferent on that, but it's like, dude, if the movie's good enough, like,
But there's a difference between like a motion picture cinema type thing. I understand what he's saying like that.
no, yeah, I definitely
mean-
understand it, but it's like I'm indifferent. But I see the other side where it's like, if a movie's good enough, like, I don't know.
Mm.
That's like saying a Netflix TV show shouldn't be able to get an Emmy. Is that?
Oh no, the Emmys is different. I think Oscars should be just because it's one of the longest running award shows. I
Just
think
like major motion picture produced.
I think they need to just leave it alone and maybe have for the what's the other one the not the
Screen
SAG
Actors
Awards.
Guild.
Yeah, SAG Awards. So like include Netflix and HBO. Well, HBO's is on SAG Awards.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they're on. It's the Emmys. Sorry.
Yeah, Emmys is like TV and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't watch
Emmys
any of
is-
these. I don't watch any of these.
I
so.
watch a little bit. I don't watch them, but I keep up with them.
Mhm.
No, the HBO and stuff's on Emmys because I mean, Game of Thrones,
Thrones
is
has won
before.
like a lot.
Yeah,
like a
I mean,
lot,
Peter
a lot.
Dinklage has won an Emmy for best
supporting actor, yeah, which was very well deserved. But
Yeah.
So overall, I think it was a good event.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty, as much crap as I may talk about Apple, I like to think of myself unbiased for the most part. I mean, shit, I was thinking about buying a MacBook Pro or MacBook Air recently.
It's
Yeah, because of the screen and the build quality is insane.
So back here, if you can see on my screen, that's a 2009 iMac.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you that screen is probably better than the one on your Razer. The quality and the crispness of it, maybe not the
it might be, yeah.
maybe not the resolution, but like just the not the
Razer's
resolution.
Razer's like has really good screens, but it's not that because that's not a Retina display.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's you would say like wow for a 2009 laptop.
Oh yeah,
a 10-year-old PC, like it's really good. I booted it up and I was like, that's surprising. It's really sharp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I had more room, I would have bought that from them and used it to like edit stuff on. But
it's
slow. Oh, it is. Does it have like Final Cut and stuff on there?
You can download it. I mean,
Okay.
it's you'd probably want like that's a 2009. You'd probably want a 2012
Mm-hmm.
because this one doesn't have Bluetooth. You can only put 8 gigs of RAM in it. So
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
yeah,
had,
I know.
I think it was a 2000. Like this is a mid 2009. If it's a
Mhm.
late one, you can upgrade to 16 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 gigs. I mean, I'm just gonna use it. I'm gonna put like Word and stuff on for the kids
Yeah.
whenever they need a computer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put a solid state drive in it. But other than that, it's decent. But I'm not gonna use it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I said, we're both pretty unbiased when it comes to Apple versus Android. We've both used both phones or both kind of phones. He uses an iPhone.
Oh, I've used probably a lot more phones than you have. I mean,
Yeah.
I've gone BlackBerry, I've gone Samsung Blackjack, I've
Mhm.
gone
One of the best phones ever.
Rugby. Well, yeah, it was awesome because it had a freaking NES emulator on it
Yeah.
before you can even do that. I've done HTC, I've done Nokia.
Mhm.
It's for me, it's the reliability. I
Mhm.
like iPhones almost, and it's just this one. This is the XS that I just got recently. So I just like the build of it. The
Mhm.
screen is great. The camera is a 1,000 times better than the one I had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the quality, like the physical quality in the products is always good.
The build quality.
Yes.
You know you're getting a something that's well built when you buy
Mhm.
Apple.
Yeah,
You
it's
might
coming
not
from China.
Yeah, you might not like the way it runs, which is one of my. It's not even a gripe. I just like the way Android's set up more phone wise.
Yeah, you don't care for the operating system. You don't care for the layout.
Yeah, And I like I like being able to customize my phone more.
Yeah, it's not the screen, it's not the actual hardware, it's the software that gets on you. Yeah, because if you could have this phone but have an Android operating system on it, you'd probably have this phone.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the OLED screen and everything like that, and the stainless steel body.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put a case on it regardless.
Probably, yeah, I'm trying to hold out as long as I can. I have a slight.
You have a scratch on it.
I have a slight scratch, but
you can
only. No, but you can't see whenever the screen's on. You can't see it.
Oh, it's on the screen. It's not on like the back.
No, I mean, well, you think about it. You have like glasses. I have scratches all over my glasses, but you can't see it unless you layer it the right way. So I mean, it's just rough marks. But no, I mean, it's not. Whenever I look at my phone, it's not visible.
Yeah.
So it's not, and you can't feel it. Like Megan has a scratch on her phone that's grooved into the screen. Yeah. So
I'm not gonna pull out my cracked phone. I don't want to embarrass myself. Do not want to embarrass myself. Yeah, guys. Like I said, it was a good event overall. I feel like it was unique. It was unique. They brought on a bunch of people that
it was tame.
Yeah, it was tame. So some really unique ideas they're bringing in. They're kind of branching out. I'm interested to see how all these ideas go. Mostly the gaming thing though.
Yeah, because if they can get a big name studio to go do that or something like that, get a game just for iOS.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Because like I said, mobile gaming it might not be. I mean, it's still pretty big in the U.S.
It is big in the U.S. It probably brings in more money than actual, console gaming.
Yeah, maybe.
No, with all the microtransactions, come on now.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you talk Candy Crush buying extra lives.
Yeah, Candy Crush is one of Activision Blizzard's, like, I think that's their number one, revenue stream, except maybe Call of Duty.
That's the whole Diablo mobile game. They made that game for China.
Oh yeah, they didn't make that for us. They made that for China. Although if they would have just teased Diablo 3, and it wouldn't have come out for Diablo 4, and it wouldn't have come out for 5 more years, it would have been fine. Because hey, Bethesda just did that at E3 last year. They teased Elder Scrolls 6. It's 6, right? Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, but it's not going to come out till 2025. So, you're showing it off 8 years in advance. But yeah. So let us know what you guys think of the event. What ideas you're looking forward to. Let me see. What's today? Tuesday. I forgot to post the last episode, so I just posted that one on YouTube today. So this one will probably be up. It'll probably be up like Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, the audio will probably be up the same thing, Thursday or Friday, probably. So, guys, we appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're listening on. We are on every major podcast platform and YouTube. So be sure to subscribe. Let us know what you think down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Yep, and keep gaming.
Keep gaming, brothers. Peace.